Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Reading the Red this Thursday morning. We're looking at Matthew chapter 9, verse 4. Jesus yesterday declared to the paralytic, "Your sins are forgiven." Now, this causes great stress to the religious leaders. And in verse 4, Jesus says these words. And Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, "Why are you thinking evil in your hearts?" So Jesus, knowing their thoughts, knowing that they are thinking these things about what he's just said to the paralytic, that his sins were forgiven. They're not interested in the fact that God is prepared to forgive sins. They're not interested in the fact that this paralytic is about to walk. No, what they're interested in is, why is Jesus blaspheming? Why is he acting like God? Why is he declaring someone as being forgiven? Only God can do that, they think. So they say, why is he thinking? Why is he doing these things? And Jesus, knowing their thinking, and I said yesterday that Jesus is operating in the spiritual gift we call the word of knowledge, which Paul talks about in 1 Corinthians 12, where we are able to see and know the thoughts and the intentions of the hearts and the minds of people. And Jesus, knowing what they're thinking. And what are they thinking? Well, they're thinking that he shouldn't be saying this man can be forgiven because he's not God. So they're failing to see and represent the truth of who Jesus really is. Now, we have come to understand and know that Jesus is God, but they were not able to see and they were unwilling to learn. And many people shut their minds and their hearts off from believing that Jesus is God. But until we are prepared to believe that Jesus is God, we cannot enter into a relationship with God. We cannot enter into the forgiveness that God, through Jesus, makes available to us. Because we need to believe and receive the very message that Jesus brought. So when he says in verse 4, "Why are you thinking evil in your hearts?" Why are we doing that? Why do we think evil in our hearts? Why do we want wrong to happen to other people sometimes? Why do we get irritated by things that don't seem to be, as it were, meet our approval? You know, we are those who need to bring ourselves daily under the lordship of Jesus Christ. And every temptation that entices us to spoil our lives by filling our lives up with things that are not helpful to us. And it's whether we think it or feel it or do it or hear it or see it or taste it or touch it. There are so many factors in our lives that draw us to a place where we are spoiling the quality of our lives with ourselves, with others, but more importantly, with God. Today, take check over yourself as you see yourself operating in wrong ways and bring yourself back to order by allowing your spirit to rise up and take charge of who you are. Have a great day. Bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow.